Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we've got a rumor from I don't know. This is a pretty good source because this person actually called when the launch series opened up for orders for the Tesla Model Y for the North America US market. And so I feel pretty good, pretty confident maybe even talking about this because we could see with everything that's been happening recently, we could see non-launch Model Y order books opening up by tomorrow. So we're going to get into that plus a variety of topics, but before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And definitely check out my Patreon link down below in the description where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. And today's live stream is partnered with Mint Mobile, where you can save money on your mobile phone plan for as low as $15 a month, but more on that later. And so let's take a look at this. Shout out to Cheap Teslas for posting this. Non-launch sources say non-launch newly refreshed Tesla Model Ys is likely to be released to North America market tomorrow, April 3rd. What let's see what checks out about this. Like the first thing is that tomorrow is a Thursday. The next thing is that they already released the delivery numbers and production for the first quarter today. And so tomorrow might be the next step in line for an announcement. And on top of that, they did announce when the next earnings call is going to be, and that's going to be later this month on, I believe, April 22nd. And so this would be a good thing if they open up the ordering books today, let it ramp up for 2 weeks, give or take, to show so that they could say, like, hey, we've got this many orders or this many queues of people that are in the ordering book for the new Model Y ready to take a delivery. And so certainly I would say this could be a really good bet, really good guess on when the new Model Y non-launch is going to be coming out for the US market. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Certainly we've been talking about this for weeks now, and I know a lot of you out there are interested in picking up this Model Y non-launch. And so tomorrow, hopefully we'll be able to see what type of pricing it could come out. I still certainly think it's going to be a 49,990 for the all-wheel drive long-range non-launch edition. And in terms of like when deliveries will happen, I think they might go with saying something like deliveries are going to be happening in May, but mostly try and get people for ordering and get people to take delivery. And hopefully it's ahead of schedule, just like they did with the launch series Tesla Model Y before in March and maybe even late February and things like that. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. What time do you think it's going to be available if it comes out tomorrow? I mean, certainly it could be a evening type of time frame, or it could be a first thing in the morning type of thing. And so let us know. And of course, the one thing is for sure, if you're going to be trying to take a place and order for this, be ready and also be ready with your $250 deposit. And don't forget to use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description. You don't actually get a discount, but it does give the person that you're referring or using the referral codes credit for the referral on that. But in terms of other news, thank you for everybody that commented on yesterday's video with all the test drive locations. It seems like this is a crowdsourced list. I think one of the first that I've seen so far, in which of the Tesla Model Y non-launch locations have test drive available for the new non-launch Model Y. We got Camarillo, California, Thousand Oaks, California, Tucson, Arizona, Liberty Lake, Washington, and Aliso Viejo on California as well. And so if you were able to do a test drive for the non-launch Model Y, let us know what your thoughts on it. What were you thinking? How was the experience of it and everything with that? In other Model Y news, non-launch are starting to take orders in the Southern California market. We've got standard range rear-wheel drive at a price of $36,150 and the long range all-wheel drive at $43,000 070. So it seems like the launch series in that country, South Korea, is also available as well. And so they're selling both of these at the same exact time. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let us know what your thoughts are. And here's another post that I thought was like kind of in line with what I've been experiencing so far and how full self-driving is super useful. Talos Streams posted this and how he had a confession and how he did not believe how useful full self-driving, or the hype of full self-driving on the Tesla Model Y that he checked out or bought or recently bought. And I've got the same sentiment. I used to be a hater of the full self-driving on all of Tesla vehicles, and now I really feel like how good it is with the new Cybertruck and also the new Model Y. I don't know if it's still worth $8,000, but it's definitely worth a $100 subscription, if even if it's just temporary or something like that. But also in other news, shout out to Joe for flying his drone over Giga Texas. We are starting to see more Model Ys getting produced for the non-launch series versions at Giga Texas. We've got all these different ones with no launch series badging on it, and we can see all of them getting lined up. And what colors do we have here? We got Quicksilver, Stealth Gray, Ultra Red, and I guess a couple white ones as well that we can see down here. And so certainly I bet there's going to be a lot of these that are going to be pulling out on the production lines and everything in the near future. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. So you've been shopping for a Tesla recently, but the monthly payment has probably got you rethinking your budget. Instead of sacrificing and cutting back on a brand new Tesla and getting your dream car, why not save on your monthly phone bill? And that's where our partner Mint Mobile comes into play here. We've also been thinking about getting a new Tesla, and constantly I like looking at our bills, monthly subscriptions, trying to see where we can cut back. Things like Netflix, YouTube Premium, and much more. And that's where I've been able to save on my monthly phone plan by going to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month, and you can get high-speed data and unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. You can bring your own phone along with your current number and existing contacts. It's really easy to switch service thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most of you now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. If your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free, and it only takes 15 minutes. As you guys know, we've been traveling a lot pretty recently, so using Mint Mobile's mobile hotspot with our laptop has been pretty crucial and a game changer. So if you want to save money without the sacrifice, go to trymintmobile.com/DennisCW, also linked in the description, to get premium wireless starting at $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. Thank you to Mint Mobile for partnering with us, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks for that, everyone, and thank you all for dropping by. I know we were a little bit late today, and as you can tell, we're still traveling, so thank you all for dropping into the live stream, hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. Jack, thanks for coming in. K-Ron, thanks for coming in. Betty, great to see you. What do we got? Colin, great to see you. Underdog, Gregory C, thanks for coming in as well. And Max, thank you all for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. In this next topic, Tesla sales were down 13%. Quarter over quarter, and this is far worse. I mean, there's a lot of posts where people are not liking the results of this, far worse than expected. And so, I mean, this means one thing. I mean, this is definitely going to be more good news for if you want discounts, incentives, and a better deal on a Tesla, because this is just the beginning of all of this. And so Q1 2025, 362,000 units produced, deliveries 336,000 units. This is worldwide though, and we might get a breakdown from Troy Tesla in terms of nationwide for the US market and how that actually looks, and we might be able to get some analysis to see some of the spread between the two. But the Q1 company update will be streamed live on X on April 22nd, and so that's why I've got a good feeling that the Model Y non-launch will be opened up for ordering books, maybe this week or next week, because they want to give it some time before the next earnings call so that maybe they can talk about the ordering books of the new Model Y. But there's definitely been a lot of posts, a lot of different articles. Tesla announced, 336,000 unit deliveries, far worse than expected. That's a 13% year-over-year drop and down 32% quarter over quarter, which I don't know if I like quarter over quarter because December is one of the biggest quarters for any manufacturer, any sales, but 13% year over year drop is definitely significant. But some people are posting like, hey, like looking at all the different production numbers. They produced 362,000 units and they sold 336. And so certainly they're right in line with all the different production numbers, and they delivered everything, or a lot of the different numbers that are a lot of numbers that they produced in vehicles that they could. So it's really not that bad. But some other people are saying like, hey, Musk needs to get back to Tesla. He's, doing too many things at this moment. He needs to focus on the Tesla company, and it's in a expensive cost to be working in these other departments. But here's a post from Dan Ives. We knew quarter one deliveries would be soft, but these numbers were bad. We are not going to look at these numbers with rose colored glasses. They were a disaster in every metric. Refresh issues, but brand crisis is key. The time has come for must fork in the road moment for Tesla. Because one thing is for sure, Tesla, with these numbers, they did say that while the changeover of the Model Y lines for all four factories led to loss of several weeks of production for quarter one, the ramp of the Model Y continues to go well. But at the same time, I mean, they were planning for the changeover for the Model Y production lines, and so I'm not sure if I buy that. There was down sales of units and everything, especially because they were producing Model Ys, the old ones, and selling Model Ys at steep discounts for a while. So, I mean, I feel like they did a good job of, selling the old one and transitioning to the new one. And maybe if they wanted more units in terms of deliveries and productions, they could have maybe produced more of the older Model Ys and sold them at big discounts. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you think on some of these results. And does this get you excited for more incentives and discounts as we get into quarter two, quarter three, and definitely quarter four as we get there as well? Now that you've ordered your brand new Tesla Model Y Juniper, it's time to take it to the next level. That's where our partner Jawa comes into play here. Jawa has everything you need from phone mounts, mobile connectors, center consoles that I highly recommend to fit the new Model Y and every Tesla vehicle out there. And on top of that, you can use our promo code down below in the description to save even more money. And the best part is there's free shipping if you reach over a certain limit. My top 3 accessories that I recommend is a phone mount. It's super crucial that can charge your phone. The center console is highly recommended as well because a Tesla does not come with it at all. And my newest favorite accessory is the invisible under-mount sunglass holder area storage area that also has a camera mount as well. So why wait for Tesla to make these accessories? Get yours now at Jawa, link down below in the description, and save some money and support the channel while you're at it. Thank you to Jawa for partnering with us, and let's get on to the next video. Thanks to everyone. Jack, if orders are released tomorrow, how early do you realistically think people can get delivery of the Model Y? I'm in Chicago, not too close to the factories. If orders are open tomorrow, I mean, they could play it one of two ways. I mean, it seems like they're already starting to get these Model Ys non-launches and stick them in inventory lots. So maybe deliveries will start like immediately the next week after like EPA approval and everything. Or they could go with the other angle, like deliveries start in May. But I think more so the latter is going to happen, and they're going to try and deliver these things ASAP. Also, do you think there's any world where non-launch release that they have some sort of offer still order launch, like free charging or 1 year full self-driving, something like that? Yeah, I think there. I mean, it depends on the pricing. We'll see how much of the spread it is between non-launch and launch tomorrow or whenever it opens up. And then after from that, we might be able to guess like if there's still a launch series Model Y inventory issue, like there's still some of them sitting in inventory, I bet they do throw on some sort of different incentive on there. K-Ron, love the new background. We're actually traveling right now, so we'll be back at our normal office area tomorrow. Need more Corgi, exactly. We're missing him because we're not in our usual place. Did you sell your Model 3 yet? What offers? Yes, Betty, we sold it to a family member, so it's no longer at least in my possession. Knoxville has a Model Y to test drive. Nice, Betty. It will non-launch or the launch one, because we were trying to get some sort of collection of the non-launch ones because I feel like that's what more people are gravitating to and what they want to buy. Tesla stock rose today after news broke Elon is leaving Doge. Yes, K-Ron, it seems like I was thinking that stocks were going to drop today, but maybe because the tariff, there was more tariff announcements later on during the day. So maybe tomorrow is going to be more of a bad red day for sure. Dog wants to eat. Yes, it's actually his dinner time right now. And so he wants to get out of here and go eat. Colin, I wish I met you at the launch event in Giga, Texas. I was there looking for YouTubers. If I knew you were there, I would have looked. Colin, no, thank you. Would have said hi as well. And so maybe next time. Underdog, do you think we will see the aquatic boot collar in the USA soon? Oh, no, I don't think so. I think that's going to be a China exclusive color for sure. Gregory, in other news, massive deals coming on our way for the latest missed deliveries and huge tariff. Am I wrong? Nope, Gregory, I think you are spot on. I think Tesla is trying to figure out how they can sell more units for they didn't figure out how to incentivize these vehicles and of course get lower payments and of course more more demand for them. Betty, what's the average cost to wrap a Model Y? And so it starts anywhere. I mean, I've seen as low as 2,000, average probably 3,000. I mean, the one thing is though, the material alone, if you go vinyl, it's like 500 to $1,000. If you go paint protection film like Flexi Shield that we did, that's like a 1,200, 1,100 just for the material alone. And it can go even higher than that. Like some companies charge like 15 to $2,000 just for paint protection material. And so if you're in the area, definitely hit up, check out the video we posted yesterday about the wrapping our Model Y. Max, we could see some deals coming to less than optimal demand right now. Yeah, 100%. We could definitely see some deals on Tesla vehicles, starting with maybe this one. In this next topic, the Model S, Model X, and Cybertruck have no demand. It's coming from some of the delivery numbers that came out for all the different models. I mean, yes, Model 3, Model Y, 323,000 units, and this is also worldwide. But other models, only 12,000, 13,000 units, and that's Model S, Model X, and Cybertruck. So it seems like Cybertruck and also Model S and Model X. I mean, it's kind of weird with those three vehicles. S and X just got a price increase of $5,000. So that's definitely hurting it. And on top of that, there's definitely an Osborne effect happening with the Model S and the Model X because we kind of know at this point that the refresh is coming out. There's no promotional financing offer on the S or X. So it's kind of a weird one with that vehicle. Like they made it even more or less desirable for the S and X. Cybertruck, on the other hand, is, an interesting one for sure. And I think they need to do a lot of different things. But shout out to Brandon for posting this. A vehicle without a market is a flaw. That's what Cybertruck is currently at. I'm not sure even fixing the price specs will save it at this point. The Cybertruck has become more of a MAGA symbol, and that's not something where people want attention to, even if they are MAGA. Cybertruck guy posted this. Cybertruck is a flaw. That is not a difficult equation. Tesla needs to advertise and education, more range, way more range for the truck, cheaper dual motor. I would even argue cheaper rear wheel drive version as well, which we could see later this year. Deep, cheap base model, which we could see like a $52,000 starting price one, and additional infrastructure. This goes back to level 2 chargers. Level 2 chargers need to be in more spaces everywhere as well. And so certainly here's another post from Austin. Is Cybertruck cooked? How did it only add up to 13,000 units? Ross posted this. These numbers suck. Tesla, other models only sold 13,000 units versus last year, 17,000 units. So one thing is though, deliveries were down 13%, but the SX and Cybertruck were down 25%. High-end EV business has totally eroded. And we kind of see this with like other high-end EVs as well, like Hummer EV, 50% depreciation in a year or two. We've got these bigger trucks from all these other companies. We got Rivian that, they were right on line with their number that they projected, but also not the highest as well. And so Cybertruck is basically not selling. The brand is broken, may not be fixable. The BLD is 100% responsible and should be removed for negligence. Jeremy Jenkins also posted this with the different numbers and asking, what would it take for you to buy a Cybertruck? Is it price? Is it better financing? Is it any of these other incentives? And everything. And so it does really seem like the sentiment is that Cybertruck, Model S, and Model X need big things to happen. And I guess Tesla has been planning this for a while. And that's why there is going to be some bigger things with the S and X. And also, I would argue that there's big things happening with the Cybertruck as well, with the cheaper variant that we could see within the next quarters or everything. But what if the prices were this? I mean, there certainly are great prices when it first was released, and a lot of people placed those 2 million orders, whatever it is, to get these prices. And so I would be interested to see if a Cybertruck gets to single motor rear wheel drive for $40,000, will be all those people that said that they were going to be putting their money where their mouth is on a Cybertruck, will they be buying at those prices when it comes out there? But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Colin, just noticed someone changed Elon's bio on Google. Oh, that's interesting. When will the Model 3 get the front camera non-launch? I think, Betty, that's going to be either later this year or next year. Max, Tesla lowered APR rates by around 0.3% a couple days ago. Might signal lower APR rates soon. Yeah, Max, I could see some more incentives, more different deals, more interest rate drops in the next quarter or two. Antonio, thanks for coming in. Colin, do we know what material the non-launch has for the dash? I love my vegan leather on the dash on my launch series. I think it's just like we had pictures of it yesterday. I can't remember off the top of my head, but if you look at yesterday's stream or video, where we actually showed someone actually, or Zach, Black Model 3, went in, test drove a non-launch Model Y and took pictures and everything. Michelle, I saw a non-launch model at University Village, Seattle today. It looks okay. Test drove the launch model. Nice. Congrats for that. Another data point on there. Gregory, I'm under pressure to buy a car total my 24 long range Model Y, and my rental car expires tomorrow. I wonder if they'll have immediately inventory for non-launch this weekend. Unlikely, but one could hope. Gregory, hey, one could definitely hope. And what I would do in your situation, Gregory, is maybe go to your local Tesla store, you start a dialogue with them, get on their text message list, because if it does available and is open, maybe they can try and like squeeze you in for a delivery ASAP. Ralph, where to get the Tesla car value right now? CarMax and Carvana are asking for pictures or to come in and get a location to get an offer. Ralph, that's a great question. My favorite website is Car Buyer USA. It's kind of like CarMax and Carvana, but the cool thing with this is that you can literally put in just the year, the make, the model, and trim. You don't have to put anything else, and it will give you a value for the vehicles. Let's take like a Model 3 all-wheel drive long range, like 15,000 miles. All you have to do is hit click offer, and it gives you a value for the vehicle. And then you go back and forth with the person who actually is going to be buying your vehicle, but at least it gives you a number, which is a good starting point for you to figure out whether it is worth it for you or not from there. In this next topic, the Tesla Model 3 depreciation is not as bad as you think. Here's a new post, new report that came out from car dealership guy. Only two EV models have a 5-year depreciation rate that is below the overall segment average. The first one is the Tesla Model 3, the lowest depreciation rate of all EVs at 55.9%. The other is actually the Hyundai Kona at 58%. I mean, at the end of the day, all vehicles are going to depreciate no matter what. That is just the name of the game. Vehicles depreciate, and there's really no if, then, buts, or about it. If you want to get ahead of depreciation, you can maybe even try and lease at a low interest rate, or even just buy used, like a 2-year-old or even 1-year-old. Just make sure to get a warranty on that vehicle if you're going to be keeping it a lot longer. There are some EVs out there with depreciation rates way higher than the average. Jaguar I-Pace 72%, and the Model S at 65%, which makes sense. High dollar vehicles are going to have high depreciation rates because at those, it's got to be a big enough spread for people in those buying ranges to make it actually worth it. Big picture depreciation rates are still higher for EVs than gas-powered cars, but the gap has shrunk meaningfully over the years. Data source is IC Cars, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff on us. Let us know what your thoughts on it. I mean, certainly there is a lot of different vehicles. If you bought in like the 2021 timeframe or 2022 timeframe, where those vehicles, if they were marked up, are going to have big depreciations. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Gregory, is there any way to play audio from your iPhone over the Tesla speakers without going through an app like Spotify when playing a video on your YouTube or stream no audio? Yes, Gregory, great question. You have to click the Bluetooth button on the bottom bar, and you have to switch back and forth. I kind of gave up on syncing my phone with Bluetooth because I also noticed the call quality isn't at the best, and so I always just kind of just leave it on speakerphone when I'm driving around, and I just put on the Jawa dock, even though it's a little bit further. But sometimes you're not supposed to hold your phone, but sometimes I just like put it on my lap or something like that. It might be a little bit better because if I'm playing YouTube, I don't want it like messing with like the Bluetooth back and forth. And so maybe try that if that is a little bit better. Jordan, would you put an order tomorrow or wait, hoping deals get sweeter, thinking deals will come? Well, the good 100% deals will come for the Model Y Juniper. And so if you don't need my recommendation for buying Teslas has always been the same. If you do not need a vehicle, you might as well just wait unless it's the end of the quarter, because that is usually where the best the best deal is. And so like the second to third month of each quarter is always the best time when they release deals. So right now we are literally day 2 into the second quarter. You got to wait till May, June. And then after that, maybe August, September. And then after that, November, definitely December. I mean, if you can wait all the way till December, it will be the best time to buy throughout the year. Pandemonium, not Porsches, they appreciate. I mean, some Porsches appreciate, but I mean, that game has also changed a little bit as well. But actually, maybe not, because I see what you're saying. Like some GT3s, GT3 RSs, like some of the 911 touring S's, like the crazy ones, but they do have massive markups. Maybe they kind of hold at that level, like that $500,000 level. But some of the other vehicles, like the other 911s, just the basic ones, they depreciate. And definitely the Taycans, the Macans, all those vehicles heavily depreciate. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.